Hello, BookTube. I have a tag for you on this Tag Wednesday. Slightly belated, but it's an original tag, and I was tagged twice. So I thought it was okay that I do it on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. It's something called Jackie's Food Tag. It was created by a YouTuber named Jacqueline Lundberg, who is having right now the odd luck, I won't say it's completely positive, of having her wonderful little tag fall into the hands of our little neighborhood on BookTube. Lots of people are doing it, and it's a lot of fun. It's not a book food tag. It's just a food tag. And I was tagged by Bill Rutenberg of the Rutenberg Library and Mark Richardson of Richardson Reads. And Mark Richardson made a good point in his own version of this tag, which I will link down below, which is that once you start to make friends, we start to be friends with each other, there's more than just books. Right? It becomes... the books are, of course, the spine. They're the essence. But you become more curious about other things, too. What are your dogs like? What are your travels like? What's your neighborhood like? And in this case, what are your food preferences? There's an element of interest involved there. So I will leave a link to Jacqueline's original video and to the two videos where I was tagged. And it's just a small group of questions, but lots of fun. Question number 1 is, what are your favorite 5 ingredients? This is going to reveal, this and many other answers here are going to reveal that I am not a foodie and I am not an adventurous eater. I have eaten cuisines from almost every country in the world, but so what I mean by adventurous is not so much that I'm not willing to take a risk as that it doesn't take much to please me. And the same things will please me over and over again. Call it a canine trait. But the 5 that I came up with here are potatoes, broccoli, spinach, almonds, and mega stuffed Oreos. Question number 2 is your favorite cuisine, and that would be Irish cuisine. I lived on the west coast of Ireland for a while, a long time ago, and got to know Irish cuisine very well. And of all the cuisines in the world, it excels even British cuisine in being a kind of penance, which is a very good reminder that you must eat to live and not live to eat. If you're not reminded of that on a daily basis by Irish food, then I don't know what will do it. Maybe airline food. Question number 3 is your favorite dish. And for me, this would be potato pancakes, perhaps served with mashed potatoes and maybe a side of French fries. Sounds like just the right kind of variety. Question number 4 is your favorite food to eat in a restaurant that you don't make at home. And for me, this is vegetable fried rice. A nice, delicious mixture of vegetable fried rice right up the hill from where I live. There's a 3-family house that is currently occupied by 3 generations of the same Irish family, or Chinese family. It's only the 3rd generation that knows English. They've all worked here forever and ever. They're a wonderful family. They have a wonderful little dog who is actually friendly with my little dog. Go figure. And, oh my, they never stop cooking in that house. Never. And it's always just classic Szechuan Chinese dishes so that you can smell it on the whole block. And what I like is vegetable fried rice. And the only wrinkle in that, when I used to go to Chinese restaurants, for instance, I wouldn't go to a restaurant now, I don't think. You have every single server, every single cook, anyone who's going through the kitchen. Are they all observing correct virus procedures? And if they aren't, do you know where all of them have been? No, you don't. I can't imagine ever being comfortable doing that again. Maybe I will be somewhere down the line. Maybe I'm overreacting in 2020, but I can't imagine ever getting Chinese food in a restaurant again. I used to do it every week at a little hole-in-the-wall Chinese food place in Chinatown in Boston. And I had them, that was 3 generations of owners, and I had them well-trained. Because it's not just that I like a plate of vegetable fried rice. It's that I like, now, you're not going to believe me here. You're going to think I'm exaggerating because I'm prone to do that on this channel. In this case, I'm being completely literal. I don't just like vegetable fried rice. I like, for my lunch, 5 pounds of vegetable fried rice. So you give me 1 plateful, and then you refill that plate 10 times. 10 times. I used to have my hole-in-the-wall Chinese food place. They used to just keep bringing the plates. As soon as one was empty, another one would come, and then I would just pay the piper at the end of the meal. I like 5 or 6 pounds of vegetable fried rice in one sitting. Now, this is partly old habit, and partly also just my own personal disposition. I operate by largely three rules when in human company. That I'm always cold, I'm always hungry, and the music is always too loud. And one of those that applies here is the second one. I'm always hungry. So if I am at a restaurant and we all order our courses and we eat and we're happy and we're talking and maybe there's a little wine around the table, and then the wait staff starts to look at you and they start to want to change that station and everybody else wants to start to go, and people say, "Was your food good?" I am okay. I am just fine, because I can say, "Yes, it was delicious." The thing I dread is that people will say, "Are you full?" Because I am not. Absolutely not full. In fact, I am still actively hungry. I've just learned to live with it. And question number 5, your favorite food that is better home cooked than in a restaurant? Unlike a lot of people whose mouth-watering versions of this tag I've been watching, I don't have an answer to this question. I have a very minimal repertoire of home cooking skills. Nothing that I make here at Hyde Cottage myself is going to be any better. It's even going to be even close to what somebody would make in a restaurant, or that somebody would make in their own home cooking somewhere else, the exact same dish. I'm just not. I'm not a good cook. I'm not good in the kitchen, partly for patience reasons. I just don't have the patience for a lot of the stuff you need to do to cook really well, and partly for physiological reasons. I have a really, really bad, insensitive sense of touch, which can be very dangerous in a kitchen full of hot stoves and sharp knives. So it's probably understandable that I haven't amassed a great repertoire of cooking skills. So for this last one, anything that I could get in a restaurant would be better than anything that I could make here. Fortunately, back when I went to restaurants, there's a wide variety of great places to go in the greater Boston area. I never wanted for variety, but those days I think are over. I still have the menus fridge magnet to the refrigerator in the kitchen, but I can't imagine doing it. I wonder if some questions like this are in fact artifacts of the past. What about you? Here at the doorstep of November in 2020, where you live in the United States or in the world, are there restaurants that are open? And if so, are you comfortable going to them? I'd love to hear those stories. I can't get enough of that sort of thing. So feel free to leave in the comments for everybody else to see, or to email me. But anyway, that is Jackie's food tag. And I think I tag everybody who eats to do this tag, of course. And I congratulate Jackie on having a tag that is making the rounds. I think it's only courteous, right, that if you are going to do this tag, you go and subscribe to her channel. If I remember correctly, when I went, her channel is still somewhat small. So more subscribers, especially the people who are doing her tag, would probably feel really good. And, of course, it's probably incumbent on Jackie to come up with another non-book related tag, right? Or more than one. Since we like this, we're probably going to like others. But anyway, that is Jackie's food tag for a Wednesday tag. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.